What is going on, guys? AJ Bodie here, back with another video. So, it's been 115 days since the breakup. And how do I feel now that it's been 100 plus days since me and my girlfriend split? In case any of you are new here, go ahead and subscribe and like the video and comment. But for a bit of backstory, um, my girlfriend broke up with me because she felt like I didn't care about her and that I would never fit into her family, which was kind of an excuse that an avoidant would say, but that's the one that she gave me. So after 115 days, you've seen me during day 30, you've seen me during day 3, during day whatever the other days were where I felt like recording an update. So now that I am 115 days into this, I guess out of it, I guess, how do I feel? So, usually I would kind of feel like, oh, I would have this like urgency to get her back during days like 1 through 30. During days 1 through 60, I would still want her back. During days 1 through 90. And now it's like, I don't really mind if she stays gone, right? Like, of course I mind it, but like, it doesn't really feel like the end of the world anymore. And it never did, but it's like, it just felt bad to go every day without someone that you would text every day, um, that you would see every week. I still think about her a lot, like every day. Sometimes I still fantasize about her at night, but but I have only been really heartbroken over the heartbreak, the breakup, the detox of not being able to have that built connection that I built with her. Not really her herself, if that makes sense. It's kind of like, yes, I do miss her. She'll always have a special place in my heart, right? But it's like the insecurities that I have and the fact that I can't just go and get another girl that's like 10 out of 10 prettier than her, 10 out of 10 more intellectual than her, 10 out of 10, we just connect really good. The fact that I cannot do that is what's making me hurt more. And the reason why people can't do that is because they haven't searched for that person long enough, or they haven't gotten lucky enough. Right now, I'm currently trying to stay single. I'm actively trying to stay single. Like, I would usually go up and go ask for a girl's number, but now it's just like I can't. I cannot do that. I will not let myself do that just because it's not something that I want to do right now. And I try and turn my gaze from women because it's not a good idea to get into another relationship, because when I got out of the relationship with my ex, this current ex, I tried sleeping around, but it felt revolting to do. And then finally 2 months later, I actually did it and it didn't feel any better. It did help me move on a bit, but again, that's just, I think it was just the time that came with the breakup. So after day 90, I believe that I was starting to actually move on. Um, like not move on as in my brain and my heart, but as move on like my nervous system is starting to detach from her. And or my thought process is becoming more, or becoming less act, or my neurons are becoming less, the memories that I have of her are feeling more and more distant. Like anything with a death or a traumatic event, it starts to fade. It never goes away completely, but it starts to fade into the darkness. And you can't really, you stop remembering what the feelings that come with it. You kind of just feel like it never really bothered you. And it's kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, this is the only way I can try to explain it. Imagine somebody pinching you and you feel that pain and then it goes away slightly and they pinch you again. And it goes away slightly and they just keep on doing that. And eventually you feel the pain, but you get used to it. And then it slowly starts to go away. You still feel it. If you look really closely, you can still feel it. But it's just so numb that you don't really care about it anymore. You don't really be like, oh, I need her back, or oh, I need to fix the pain. You don't really think like that. And you just let go one day. When will that day come? I have no idea. It's really just a matter of how long it takes you to move on and stuff. But for me, it took around, I'm still going through it, but it took around maybe like day 60 to start moving on, and then day 90 to like process a lot, and then kind of actually move on. So day um day 1 through 30, that was me processing it mentally. Day 30 to 60, I was processing it physically, and day 60 to 90, I was processing it emotionally. And then day 90 to like 120 almost, I'm just processing it overall and physiologically. And I'll no longer have like the urge to like reach out, or no longer have that obligation to fix things. And I know what I'm talking about. It's like that, oh, I could have done better. I could have fixed this problem. We can still fix it. It's been months, but we can still fix it. I no longer really have that urge. Sometimes I do, but like it's just not really that prevalent anymore. It's not that potent in everyday life. Like again, I'll think about her every day. Every day I'll think about her. Like I don't believe there's an hour that goes by where I don't think about her. But to be fair, I do think about my other exes too. Not every hour, but like every Once a day, I'll think about them. They'll get brought up in my thought process. Oh, remember that time my ex did this? Or, oh, remember that my ex did this? And I'll just be talking to myself and be like, oh, yeah, I do remember that. All right, time to think about something else. So really, it's just about breaking the habit of remembering something that you once loved. And it's so weird because it's like after that, right? What do you do after you've gone through that trauma? The trauma of heartbreak, the trauma of the breakup. Your body, your brain, your emotional, your physiological nervous system, it starts to heal. You give parts of it away, but it starts to heal back up, and eventually you'll be in a much better place, right? Where you can actually give love again. But right now, it's important that you don't just go out there and love bomb somebody, because if you're, and again, I'm still in that process of love bombing, right? Like I was literally yesterday sitting down on my break, and I was like looking at an ant, and I was like, I love you, ant. Like look at a bug. That's how I know that I'm still in that process, right? I think the last thing, like even if you process it emotionally and mentally, and you're still gonna think about it physically or physiologically, like your nervous system is gonna be like out of nowhere. You need to love them. Who? They're gone. It catches up to your brain like, oh, they're gone. Okay, yeah, I forgot. My bad. Emotionally, your nervous system will be like, you need to find them, right? And then emotionally, you'd be like, fuck, shit, I need to. Oh wait, no, because then your brain is like, no, and then telling your heart like, okay, okay, and you calm down, right? And then they'll be like, they're missing. You're like, they're missing. Oh shit, I need to go. And then it's like a loop, And the faster that you catch it, it's just like, no, they're gone. They're gone for like good. Like they're not coming back. Like they're never coming back, and you just have to accept that. And the more and more you do that, the more and more you catch yourself doing it, and then it's just gone eventually one day. It takes time though. I believe that if you process it properly, you're gonna stop having that nervous system reaction. That is the last thing that goes away. It takes the longest to get rid of, but it is the only thing that goes away. Um, that and I think the feelings, it can't go away, but you're always gonna remember them, and you're always going to maybe have some place in your heart for them, and you're gonna still love them, but they're gonna be very far away in your mind. And once your brain starts to forget, the feeling will start to become a bit erased too. But you still feel those things. You still remember bits and pieces of what was and what it could have been. But you start to forget. And then finally, on some random occurrence, you'll meet someone new and they'll take your heart. And then either you repeat the process again of the heartbreak, or you finally transcend humanity and get into like a really good relationship with them where you're together for like forever. Which is highly unlikely, but it's worth a shot. So again, your brain processes it first, right? Then emotions, then your nervous system. Because your nervous system, I don't know why your nervous system is like, it's so fast, but it's very slow when it comes to forgetting pattern recognition or forgetting the patterns of how or of what once was. Like when you look at, if you have any references of your ex at all, like I have paraplegic Spider-Man right there that she knitted me or crocheted me. My nervous system will see that with my eyes, I'll see it, and my nervous system will be triggered. But then I'll bring myself back. My brain will bring myself back to reality. Be like, she's gone. Okay, great. And then feel the emotions. My nervous system sees it. My brain is like, oh shit, we need to act. But then I also have metacognition, so I'm like, okay, no, we don't. So then my heart will also feel it. I'll be like, fuck. But then I'll be like, okay, I'm good though, I'm good. So my brain brings everything back. Oh, another thing too, if we want to get, spiritual, all right, you'll feel it. You'll feel it in your heart first, of course. Then your brain. You'll feel it all together. You'll feel it all at the same time. But mentally, you'll piece it together mentally first. You'll move on mentally first. Then emotionally, then physiologically, and then spiritually. Because I think that is the hardest right there. Because you literally soul tied. You literally soul bonded with this person. Do I believe that 100%? I don't really know. I'm not a spiritual person, so I don't really know all of that. But you basically have a soul. I believe you have a soul. I believe everyone has a soul, right? So you basically just soul tie with this person, and it's gonna be really hard to get rid of that soul tie. It takes years, or it could be a lifelong thing. Who knows? I don't really know about soul ties, but one thing's for sure is that it's gonna take a long time just to get rid of their image in your head at all. Because I'm kind of dumb, I don't really have a good image processing system, so I can't really think about it all that much. Also, I'm overstimulated every day. So I hope this helped you, you know, kind of just understand what the process is like. Again, it's different for everybody. You may not even mentally process it because you're blocking out all of the pain. So if you don't mentally process it, you can't emotionally process it. And if you don't emotionally process it, because you're blocking out and you're bottling up your emotions, your nervous system will be trapped and constantly trying to scan for danger. Oh shit, we need to find her. And you're like, oh, what the hell is this? Because you won't even process that your nervous system is doing that. So you're just like, oh shit, I can't, I don't even know what the problem is. You'll look 5 years later, you'll have like a really good job, you'll have a wife and kids, and you'll still be having that anxiety that you never processed. And spiritually, you're going to start like suffering spiritually. Again, I don't know much about spiritual stuff, so I can't really speak on that, but you're going to be suffering regardless because you didn't. Ugh. You didn't process it like how you should have. So, again, process it mentally, sit with it. This is what you should be doing. For like 2 hours each day. Find some time just to process it. Look at her photos, you know, and then eventually you're like, okay, I processed it and I keep processing it, and now I get to move on. And then one day, you stop crying because like you process it mentally. Yes, the breakup has happened, it is over. Physically, no. Emotionally, you're crying all the time, but then you're starting to process, okay, this person is no longer gonna trigger my heart like this. You start to let them go emotionally. Then physiologically, your brain or your nervous system is like, oh shit, I'm gonna fucking kill myself if I don't get this person back. But then you tell your nervous system with your brain, you don't need to do that, mate. And then your nervous system calms down. And then spiritually, you're like, la 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 la, you know, because you can't really control your spiritual self if you're not spiritually connected. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's it. That's literally the end of the video. You liked the video, right? You guys subscribed? Because if you didn't, Optimus Prime is gonna come to you, and he's gonna come, and he's gonna make sure that your ex keeps coming back, and you guys are gonna have sex so many times, but you guys are never gonna be together. So hit the like button and subscribe. Anyways, that's the end of the video, man. Holy shit. How the fuck did we get to 21 minutes? Why the fuck are you jerking off?